What's going on, everybody? Diehlornodiehl here, and today I got the M16 review. And there's a lot to cover in this review, so I'm just going to start right away. The M16 is the first assault rifle you have, and it's a tri-burst fire, which means you fire 3 bullets at a time. And it is a 40-30 damage rifle, which means you're going to be doing 3 to 4 shot kills. Now, a little interesting fact about the M16 is that its drop-off range is really far. Normally, an assault rifle will start dropping off a little bit before 50 meters, but the M16's damage drops off at 50 meters. So you're going to have that 40 damage at a longer distance than the other assault rifles, which makes it really great for long-distance fighting. Moving on to the attachments, the M16 is capable of using the extended and dual mags, the red dot and reflex sights, ACOG and infrared sights, the suppressor, and the 3 underbarrel attachments, being the master key, flamethrower, and the grenade launcher. The extended mags aren't necessary on this gun. I wouldn't really recommend them because, since it's a tri-burst weapon, you're not going through your ammo really quickly. So there's really no point in using an extended mag. You're free to use it. It's not going to put you at a disability. It's just not going to really help you out either. The dual mags are always a decent choice for an assault rifle because of that fast reload and the hefty ammo loadout you get at the beginning. It's always a great choice. Let's see, the suppressor. This is tough because, statistically speaking, the suppressor only makes it worse. Granted, you're not being seen on radar, but you're losing that awesome range that you get with the M16 by putting the suppressor on, and you'll be doing around 30 damage, which means it's a 4-shot kill, which pretty much means you're not going to be getting that one burst kill. However, when I was capturing footage, I just kept getting good games with it. I didn't really do that I didn't do bad. So I'm going to say it's not the greatest attachment, but I can't say it's awful because, well, I didn't have that awful experience. The red dot and reflex sights are awesome. I can't really use the irons as great as I can with other guns, so with the red dot and reflex, I can really place my shots well, which helps out with the long-range distance that I keep myself at with my enemies. And let's go on with the other sights now. The ACOG is awesome because the M16 is pretty accurate, especially since it's only tri-burst, and by using the ACOG, I can really take care of those long-range fights. And also, a little fun fact, the center speed, while using the ACOG, goes up 100 to 1300, so what that means is you're going to have slightly less recoil, but I didn't really notice it. And the infrared sight. I've never been good with these, but I did okay with it on the M16. It was one of the better guns. So, it's just an okay attachment for me. So I can't really give it like a high rating, but if you're good with them, go ahead and use it. Because it also increases the center speed to 1500, which, technically speaking, less recoil. I just didn't notice it. And now for the underbarrel attachments. The master key is always awesome because the M16 is not good in close quarters combat. And by having a shotgun underneath your gun, you can whip it out quickly, take care of those close quarters situations. The flamethrower can also be used, but I don't like the flamethrower as much for a few reasons. One, you only get maybe like a couple shots with the flamethrower when you get a good amount with the master key. And also, if your opponent is using a flak jacket pro, you're not killing them. So I'm going to say use the master key, but if you honestly want to use the flamethrower, go ahead. It's still going to help you out in those close quarters situations. And the grenade launcher. I don't recommend the grenade launcher because you can't use it close quarters because it doesn't explode until you get a certain distance, which means you'd be using it to a mid to long range distance, but the M16 itself is already covering that range. So why bother using the grenade launcher? So the attachments I would recommend, use the red dot or reflex, the ACOG or the dual mags, and the master key if you want. Moving on to perks now. I found that flak jacket was a great perk to use. With me, in most situations, I was keeping my distance from my enemies and picking them off from afar, so they would try to use explosives to get to me, but with flak jacket, I stayed alive. You don't really need perks like scavenger because you're not going to be blowing through ammo so fast because it's a tri-burst. Ghost is also a decent choice. Ghost goes well with any class, but I think flak jacket works a little bit better in this situation. Let's see, the red perks. The red perks are tough because there's so many good ones to use with this gun. You can use Warlord and use a sight plus, a suppressor if you want. Yeah, let's see, you can use steady aim if you want to take care of those close quarter situations if you don't want to use an underbarrel attachment. Sleight of hand is always a good choice for assault rifles. And Hardened Pro is great so you can keep your aim while in a gunfight. So you don't miss, because every bullet counts with a tri-burst weapon. If I had to make my top 2 perks, I would probably go with Sleight of Hand and Hardened. Hardened Pro is amazing in gunfights. You'll win a lot more if you use it. And Sleight of Hand is just an amazing perk on its own. And lastly, the green perks. I really can't give a recommendation because, there's no particular green perk that goes well with this gun. Use what's comfortable for you. I like Ninja and Hacker, sometimes Marathon, so it's all up to you. Now, my overall thought on the gun, it's a great gun. I'm happy you actually get it at the very beginning of the game this time, because in previous Call of Duties, you had to unlock it at a later level, and it does good. There's no reason not to use it. I use it now, and I'm level 50. I think it's better than some of the other assault rifles you get. It's got such a good damage output for a long range that you just slap something like an ACOG on there, and you're practically sniping. So, M16, great gun. I recommend it. So, if you like this review, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Also, if you want to see future reviews from me, please subscribe. And let me know what gun you guys want to see next. I have, I always like to see what people want, and then I'll do my review around that. So leave a comment below saying what gun you want to see next. And as always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. See you all next time.